Welcome to our Tuesday night shiur. Please take pizza, take something to drink. You know, I have a very interesting question to ask everyone. The Torah, first of all, how was Thanksgiving, everybody? It's good? Very good. I had a very late Thanksgiving, unfortunately. I started my Thanksgiving meal the next day, really. Black Friday day. Yeah, we're taking Thanksgiving late by us. Yaakov Avinu, he's the most blessed of all the three fathers that we speak about. Yaakov Avinu is the one that's mostly blessed. And it's very weird, and I'll tell you why. You see, if you look at Yaakov Avinu's life, he was the child that was less loved. I'm going to explain. You see, Avraham Avinu, he knew from the beginning that Hashem loves him. Hashem came to him and said, listen, I bless you, and you're going to have a kid, and his name is going to come out of Sarah, and he will go in your path. So automatically, Avraham Avinu, Yitzchak Avinu, they were automatically known that they're the followers. Who comes? Esav and Yaakov come out to this world. And who does Yitzchak Avinu love? Esav. The Shovav, the Chuligan. Everyone loves who? The troublemaker kid. It's a fact. Everyone loves who? Not when you have kids, but every kid that's loved, boy or girl, it's the one's the most. Who's the cutest one when they're little kids? The one that answers back. The one that fights. Yeah, this is my son. Oh, mujik, good. Yaakov Avinu, on the other hand, was a quiet dude. He did his thing. And no one ever gave him any attention. Not only that, we're going to see this week that Yaakov Avinu learned a very interesting trait. Yaakov Avinu's success, if you look at Yaakov Avinu, his success, unfortunately I'm saying it, but I'm going to prove it to you today, was by cheating other people. How? When Esav came to him and said, listen, I'm hungry, give me something to eat, what did Yaakov Avinu say? Sell me the Bechorah. Sell it to me. Esav, did he have a choice? In reality, he didn't. He said, okay, I give it to you. Just give me the food. How else did he cheat? What was the biggest thing that he did that he cheated the Jewish people? Not the Jewish people, he cheated his way up to the highest rank. When Yitzchak Avinu told Esav, listen, make me a nice meal. R.Asher says it was Pesach. Make me a nice meal, and I want to eat. I want to bless you. Shh. What did Yaakov Avinu do? He cheated again. He was a schemer. Now you know why so many Jews are schemers. Yaakov Avinu was the first schemer. And what did he do? He got the Bechorah. But now, this is the big problem about schemers. Schemers hate to be schemed back. You ever get these phone calls from, the schemers? Yeah. And suddenly you play along. You play. Suddenly he gets to the credit card number and you give him a nice, I don't want to say, but you curse him out very nice. Automatically he starts to speak a different language. He starts cursing back at you. And then you click the phone. You know, this week's parasha, Yaakov Avinu got schemed. The way Lavan played him so well, forget about it. You're getting married, it's the night of your wedding, you're excited. You worked 7 years for this girl. 7 years. Before I got married, I knew my wife for 7 years. I always told my wife, I'm like Yaakov and your father's like Lavan. I'm just joking. He's not Lavan, but that's what I used to say. I used to say, I worked for you for 7 years. You know, getting married the night of your wedding, you're getting excited. Suddenly, what happens? You wake up the next night, and it's not your wife. What kind of, how are you going to bug out? You're going to freak out. You're not going to say, wow, I got another one, I got another girl. Yaakov was in his 70s, my friend. He wanted to get married. He said, what did you do to me? What was the word he used? Lama remitani. Why did you scheme me? Why did you scheme me? Where else is that word written in the Torah? Only one more place. Esav found out that he lost the Bechorah. He said, this is the second time my brother schemed me. The first time when he stole the blessing, and the second time, the first time when he stole the firstborn, the second time when he stole the blessing. Now, why is this so important? You know, we think we're going to live a life, we're macho man, we're the most beautiful woman out there, we're going to be the best. We forget something. Midah keneged midah. Measure for measure, Habibi. Whatever you do, remember, it's going to come back to you. Yaakov Avinu never ever thought that he was going to get schemed. Never! What happened to him? He got schemed. For what? The greatest thing of all, the love of his life. To an extent that the first time he saw Rachel, he started to cry. Shh. The first time, don't sit there, sit over there. Unless you're transgender and you change yourself, sit over there. And even then, you still sit over here. What did he say? Yaakov Avinu said, I got fooled. When he saw Rachel for the first time, you know, he cried. Rashi on the spot says, why did he cry? He loved her so much. He wasn't married yet. He loved her so much. He said, I had a small prophecy that I'm not going to get buried next to her. I'm not going to be buried next to the one person that I want to share my whole life with. With her, I'm not going to be buried. Kind of broken feeling. The most crushed you can get. There's only another married man here, and he knows how precious it is that one person is. And that's his wife. Not his kids. His kids he's gonna love. His parents he's gonna love. But who's the most precious thing? His wife. And when did he get schemed? He didn't get schemed for the most simplest thing. For the most valuable thing in his life. For his wife. You know, we have a tendency of thinking, we can do all the desires in the world and I'm going to pray to never have any girls, or I'm going to pray never to have any boys, and my life is going to be smooth, kaif, nice, enjoying, I'm going to enjoy my life, do all the shtiyot in the book. But little do I know that if you hurt someone, it's going to come back. And it's going to bite you in the most precious time of your life. Yaakov Avinu. I heard this unbelievable story today and I wanted to share it with you. Unfortunately, we live in a society where we don't appreciate what we have. Even worse, we don't have hakarat hatov. What is hakarat hatov? Appreciation. Unfortunately, we don't have any appreciation. And to the most valuable people, we don't have appreciation. Who is the most valuable people to our lives?
Parents.
Our parents. There was a lady that came to the Chafetz Chaim and said, Rabbeinu, You know, I have an elderly mother living with me. You also had an elderly mother. You know how elderly people can get? They get very annoying, very needy. You gotta give them attention, you gotta feed them, you gotta shower them, you gotta take care of them. Chafetz Chaim, I have kids, I have a family. I don't have time to take care of my mother. I don't have time for this. You understand? You went through what I went through. Do you let me put her in the Beit Avot? We're talking about over 100 years ago. Do you let me put her in in a nursing home? And the Chafetz Chaim looked at her and answered her very smart. He said, I'm not going to answer you, but I'm going to tell you this. This mother that you want to get rid of so much, once upon a time also had little kids. And also, she had to take care of everyone. Why didn't she say, can I throw my child to the orphan house? Why not? You think you're going to get rid of your mother, your life is going to be better? We live in a misconception in America. We live in an ideology. I saw this with my first eyes. I'm not telling you should do this. I'm just telling you a reality. I saw kids that grew up with their grandparents, and I saw kids that grew up without their grandparents, and the kids that grew up with their grandparents have something called respect. They know what it is to respect the elders. Chafetz Chaim said, you one day are going to be an old grandma. You're going to be 80 years old. Who do you want to clean after you? The black lady or your kids? Some say the black lady. Okay. Everyone knows the answer is your own kids. Midah keneged midah, measure for measure. Yaakov Avinu, he lived a very interesting life. When he had kids? His kids, he had his eldest son, which was Reuven, which he had him when he was 79, if I'm not mistaken, or 84. One of those two. 84, right? Reuven was his eldest of his kids. You know what he said to Reuven before he passed away? I'm not blessing you with anything. Why? Because I was fooled when I had you. You were a conception of me getting fooled. Why did Reuven switch the beds in next week's parasha? Do you know why? You know what it is to have the guts to go to your father's bedroom and switch his bed? That's because you were created with not a purity. That's called midah keneged midah. Yaakov Avinu could have went to his father Yitzchak and say, listen, your son is a Rasha Merusha. He's a wicked kid. Don't give him the blessing. Give it to me. But he didn't. He said, no, I'm going to sneak it away. I'm going to tell you another story that I heard today. This story is for you, what I'm about to tell you. There was this Rosh Kollel, a head of a small group of yeshiva, and he lived in the central of Israel. And he had a mother that lived up in the north in Tzfat. Now, if anyone that knows Israel, it's a pretty long drive. It's around 2.5 hours. Now this Rosh Kollel, he was very poor. He didn't have money. He had a lot of kids. His mother one day calls and says, listen, I want you to come and visit me. I think as a grandmother, I have the right to have my kid and my grandkids come visit me for Shabbat. He said, listen, I don't have a car. It's going to take me at least 5 hours to get to you. I need to go to Central Israel, and I need to take a bus, and then take a train. I'll come to you during the week. She said, for your mother, you won't come visit me? It hit him. He said, Mitzvah kibud avayim, I'm going to go visit her. He called his friend. Thursday night, he said, I need to borrow your car. He said, no problem. Friday, 1 o'clock, I finished doing everything that I have to do. I'll lend you my car. Okay. Goes in the car, he takes his kids, 5 kids, his wife, going to Tzfat. He goes to Tzfat. I don't know if you guys ever were in Israel, but Tzfat is very, very spiritual. You walk on the street, it's such a feeling. It gives you a natural high. He goes, he spends Shabbat, he's happy, his mother's happy. Wow, Simcha, they're you just did mitzvah kivud avayim. He says bye-bye to his mother, puts everyone in the car, he's driving back. Suddenly, in the middle of the highway, he looks and he realizes, no more gas. Now let me explain something about Israel. There is no gas stations every mile. You gotta drive a good 6, 7, 8 miles to find a gas station, especially if you're going up north. Especially. You would know, you drive. I also. What is he doing? Middle of night, Shabbat night, baby's crying, wife is going on his nerves, kids. It's the worst feeling, like, take me, I can't anymore. He said, I have to do what I have to do. He told his wife, I'm going to go outside, I'm going to stick out my hand, someone's going to come, hopefully it's going to be Yehudi, he's going to take me to the gas station, I'm going to need gas, I'm going to come back. Okay. Wife had no choice. They let him go. He's going, 1 car, 2 car. Out of nowhere, nice car, pulls up. How can I help you? Listen, my car, I had to fill up gas. If you don't mind, can you drive me to the gas station? No problem. Come in. Drives good, 15 minutes. The guy comes out. He looks at the driver, he says, I can't fill up gas from here. The guy said, you crazy? 15 minutes it took me to get here. What do you mean you can't fill up gas? He said, what, you don't have money? I'll pay for you. Tell me, I'll get you the gas. No, you're not going to understand. Let's go somewhere else. He said, I have no problem taking you somewhere else. Tell me what is the reason why you don't want gas here. He said, listen, there's a halachic dispute. What's the halachic dispute? A gas station that's open on Shabbat, if you're allowed to buy gas there, because in Israel, majority of stuff are owned by Jews, are you allowed to support them? Now, this guy that drove him wasn't a religious Jew. He didn't want to tell him this because he didn't want to turn him off. He said, I really, you don't understand me wrong. I'm to my personal religious level, I don't feel like I can go there. The guy said, no problem, I understand you. He sat in the car, he drove another 10 minutes, they got to a gas station, he filled up the gas, he drove him back to his car, 25 minutes. They switched numbers, you never know when you might need someone. They switched numbers, he said thank you, he called it a day. Okay. They both forgot about each other. No one knows anyone. Years pass. I'm going to say years. This Rosh Kodal one day, 4 years later, gets a phone call. Who is this? Remember one time I drove you, you needed gas? He said, yeah. I thank you so much. How can I help you? He said, I need to speak to you. They say in Hebrew, eye to eye. We need to talk. The guy said, okay, no problem. You gave me a favor one time. I'm gonna return back the favor. I'm gonna meet with you. He sits down. They meet. Now listen to this hashgacha paradi. What is someone that's misirut nefesh for Torah? Someone that's willing to sacrifice everything for the right thing. Look what happens. Unbelievable story. had goosebumps when I heard the story. The guy said, my father was a very wealthy man. Very wealthy man. And he just passed away a month ago. And before he got to Israel, he was a yeshiva guy. He learned in yeshiva. He was Lithuanian. But when he got to Israel, it was either work and survive or don't work and die. And my father, unfortunately, he decided to go work. And all his life it used to eat him inside that he used to work on Shabbat. Used to eat him inside. And 2 months before he passed away, he called his son. And he told his sons, listen, I'm about to die. This way, guys. This way, guys. Move down. Chevre, move down. I'm about to die. David, listen. And it killed me all my life. I worked on Shabbat. I want that since the second I stepped into Israel until today, I calculated how much money I made. I want you to take 10% of what I have and to give it to someone that's Yirei Shamayim, someone that has fear of Hashem. And not only that, all the businesses that I have that I'm inheriting to you, from now on, 10% you have to give to tzedakah. But give it to someone that has fear of Hashem. And 2 months later, he passed away. He said, my father died, so I went to shul. And I'm looking around, I'm trying to find this Yirei Shamayim guy. Who is this guy that I can give all this money to? And I see this one on his phone all day on shul. This one cursing, this one eating, this one answering back to the rabbi. I said, it's really that hard to find someone that is Yirei Shamayim. And who did I remember? I remembered you. How you were willing to sacrifice another 10 minutes on the road to buy gasoline for your car, and your kids are suffering. You are willing to do Misirut Nefesh. I'm giving the money to you. This guy had a yeshiva. He didn't know how he's going to make payments to the guys. Since he was willing to do Misirut Nefesh, he was willing to help for himself. For who? For his family. I keep Torah a certain way. Hashem said, I'm going to repay you. You do good for me. You go out of your way for me. I'm going to go out of my way for you. The next time you say, listen, all the guys are going out. All the girls are going to chill. What about me? I can be the black sheep. You know, everyone's working on Shabbat. It's a new thing. All the guys suddenly became barbers. I don't understand this kind of. It's a trend. It's like called the barber trend. I don't understand what's their issue. And I'm not nothing against barbers. I'm not violating you, but I'm telling you a reality. A reality is as follows: that you're much better than that. You have a potential to be the greatest thing in the earth, even as a barber. There's a tzaddik over here in this room. A couple months ago, came to me, said, Rabbi, I have an issue. I work on Shabbat. But I want to stop working on Shabbat. I don't know how. Just close the door. I don't know how to stop working on Shabbat. There's a nice Bukharian saying. Work, make money, you get married. After you get married, retire from working on Shabbat. But until you get married, you have to make money to buy a house, to pay your wedding. You have to make money. You have to work like Ishak until you're about to die. And then you go on your vacations. And this guy's telling this to me. He's saying, Rabbi, I don't know what to do. My boss is going to fire me. My father's going to throw me out of the house. What should I do? Good question. No? Big responsibility to answer such a question, no? But there's a promise from the Torah. What's the promise? If you keep the Shabbat will keep you. And this guy is in this shiur today. And he doesn't work on Shabbat. And his boss, after all the threats, said, I'll still take you. And his parents gave up on him. Baruch Hashem. And he's becoming a better Jew. Why? Because he was willing to do Mesirut Nefesh. He was willing to go out of his way for the right thing. How about us? What are we going to say? What are we going to say? What did we do in our lives to go out of our way to do the right thing? There's a new thing. I don't want to promote it. It's going to go on the internet, so I don't want to promote this person. You know, anyone that has a dramatic story becomes like a movie star. It's a trend. It's an Instagram trend. It's a Facebook trend. It's a YouTube trend. You had a dramatic story in your life, automatically you become like a movie star. I personally don't understand this. But this is where the problem starts, that I really get very annoyed about. Can I ask you a question? If I put my hand in fire and I take it out, should someone praise me for taking my hand out of the fire? You know, we have a tendency of idolizing people that are idiots. People that do stupidity and they get praised for it. Last week I said in the shiur that I wish I can get rid of my phone. So I thought to myself, this was last night, and I said, wishing is not good enough. Wishing is not going to help. I wish. I said I'm going to do something about it. I gave my wife my phone, and I said, take off all the internet from my phone. I don't want to have access to internet. Not only internet, to YouTube. Not only to YouTube, to Instagram.
You?
Shh, focus. Not only to Instagram, I don't have any other social media. Oh, Twitter I also have. I don't want it anymore. If I need someone to post it, my wife is going to post it. I don't need to be stuck 3 hours a day looking at BS on my phone. Wasting my time, taking away from my kids, and thinking I'm some chacham balayla. Because the issue is we watch all this all this crap online, and suddenly we think we're going to be a movie star one day. We're going to start blogging. How many guys told me, Rabbi, I'm going to be a blogger when I grow up? I said, you're a dal bayov, that's what you are. You're going to be a blogger. Waste your time for shtuyot. Nonsense. And what do they get praised for? Who do we idolize? We idolize stupid people. Which these people are not sanua. These people do zinut. These people are ganavim. For what? Remember this cloud. I spoke to my Rebbe about this. I'm going to tell you this personally. Everyone has his ups and his downs. This week I was having a downer. I didn't have a downer in a long time. This week I felt very down. Spiritually, I felt I'm doing something's not right. In my life, I'm not doing something right. And I went to consult with one of my rebbeim. And I said, I need your help. I feel I'm in a borderline of breaking. I need you to help me. And he said, listen, Asher, the biggest destruction to humanity was technology. The greatest advantage of the 21st century is technology. I want you to weigh it out in your hand. All the good and all the bad. Which one do you prefer? Like every normal human being, I said, how about the middle, Rabbi? I'll take the middle. I'll take the good of the good and the good of the bad. And he answered me this, and with this I said, that's it, I give up. If tomorrow your son is going to walk into the house, he told this to me, what I always tell to you, he told me. He said, if your son tomorrow is going to walk into the house, and he's going to say, Abba, etana paka, I'm going to have a Jewish wife, but just right now I'm gonna enjoy. One time, two times, no one's going to know about it. Are you willing to take that risk? I said, hell no, take my phone right now. Take this garbage now, I don't want it. He said, you're a smart guy. You did the right choice. Now I'm not telling you to throw away your social media. I'm not a caveman. I know it's hard. But I also know something. Tomorrow you're going to have kids. And your kids are going to say, Abba, spend time with me. Abba, spend time with me. And you say, 1 minute, wait. Trump is building a wall right now. 1 minute. 1 minute, oh, that crazy guy that colors his hair, I don't know what's his name, don't say it, I don't want to hear it. Oh, he made a new song today. He got new weed. He's cracked out of his brain right now. He wrote a nice song. 1 minute. This billionaire is telling me how he became a billionaire. He became a billionaire because he's fools like you watching him. That's how he became a billionaire. 1 minute. Wait. 1 minute my wife, 1 minute my kids, 1 minute my parents. And then what's left? So what's more worth it? You yourself, which you want to build your own reality, your own future, or you want to live someone else's reality? We're too busy living someone else's reality. We're forgetting about our own reality. Our own reality is that you are you, and only you can do what you do. You can't do what I do. You can't do what your brother does. You do only what you can do. The Pirkei Avot says, with this, how long is it recording for already? Okay, so I'll go a little bit longer. The Pirkei Avot says as follows. Lo alecha melacha ligmor. It's not for you to finish the job. You're not here in this world to finish your job. You're here in this world to start it. To start, do something. Rabbi, I'm 22 years old, I don't have a job. Oh yeah, for 1 month I'm waiting to do cash advance. Another month I'm waiting to become a barber. Another half a year waiting to do real estate. Another half a year I'm waiting to be this. That doesn't help me. What are you actually doing? That's nothing. You're not doing anything. You're sitting on the couch at home and living like a chazar, like a pig. That's the problem. Where's our action? And that's what Yaakov Avinu realized this week. Shh. Yaakov Avinu said like this. No problem, Lavan, you fooled me. No doubt. You gave me Leah. No problem. But I'm not stopping here. I'm going to make sure I'm going to marry Rachel too. Not only am I going to take one of your daughters, I want to take all 4 of them. That's why I said 4. And Yaakov Avinu married 4 sisters. And he left Lavan with nothing. That's the Musar Heskel we have to have right now. We did what we did. I myself included. We did it. Okay. I'm supposed to cry now 30 years because what I did for 30 years. I have to cry 30 years for what I did 30 years. I'm going to be 60. And then I'm going to wake up when I'm 60 years old? Is that what I have to do? It's done. Whatever is burnt got burnt. Start the repair right now. The repair has to be done now. I'm going to tell you another story, and with this I'm going to finish. There was a man, he's a rabbi actually, he's a very big speaker, I forgot his name at the moment. He had a seminar to give in America. And his flight was around 30 hours. In 30 hours, he had a flight getting ready to come to America. Big thing, Israelis, when they come to America, they love it. They think like the buildings grew on their own, and there's money growing on trees, and wine's coming from the river. You know, it's a reality. They think it's a wow. And he's walking, and he sees an old lady, miskina, looking down. As a nice human being, he goes up, he said, "What's the problem? What happened?" She said, "Listen, Rabbi, I lost my wallet. I need my wallet." He said, "Okay. Where did you go?" He said, "I went to some stores over here. I don't know." So the rabbi was being nice. He went to every store to find out where's her wallet. He reached a certain store and it was closed. And he asked the neighbor of the store, "Do you have this person's number?" "Sure." Takes the phone, he calls the guy, he says, "Sorry to bother you, so-and-so's calling. Did you lose a wallet?" "Yeah, I lost a wallet. It's in the closet in my store." He said, "Can you come and open your store?" He said, "No! That's an open store. I already closed for tomorrow." So as of tomorrow, the old lady needs her wallet. He said, "Rabbi, like all Jews, if you care so much, you come pick up the keys, open the store and close it and bring back my keys. You call yourself a rabbi." "Okay, no problem." He found out where the guy lived. It was an hour away. I don't know why all my stories today, Israelis don't drive. Whatever the case is, at least the religious ones. He had to go find the taxi, got to the taxi, got to the thing, he got the wallet, this, that, he gave it to her. He was late, he had to prepare his bag. He was rushing. Okay, he got the wallet, he felt happy, he did a mitzvah of 2 mitzvot, chesed and shabbat avedah. He was so happy. Returning the lost objects, shabbat avedah. Now, he has to go to the airport. He's taking the bus. And he was so hungry, he said, "Before I get to the airplane, I'm going to buy myself some chips or something this I can snack on." He buys the chips. Now in Israel, it's very hot. He takes off his jacket, his hat, he puts it on the top of the coach bus. He sits down. He puts his chips and his wallet right next to him. And right behind him, I don't know, Israelis are freaked out about Muslims. He sees there's a Muslim guy and he's always like, "Oh my God, why are you doing this to me?" He's always looking back, just to make sure the knife doesn't come out or something. He's always looking back. He can't even fall asleep. He's like, the guy doing anything, the guy's not doing it. 20 minutes into the drive, the Muslim guy comes up to the rabbi and he says, "Listen, don't be selfish. Can I have some of that popcorn?" "Okay, you can have some of the popcorn." He takes the popcorn. He's snacking on it. Time to get off. An hour into the drive. He gets up, puts his jacket, puts his hat. "Where's my wallet?" Where did my wallet go? Where did my wallet go? He's bugging out. He's going to miss his flight. Israel, first going to America, first time, Israeli, bling bling, my wallet, I got to get it. He goes, he looks at the Muslim, now he's shaking over there. What do I do? Do I confront him? Do I not? Another Jew over there sees that this rabbi he's not sure what to do. Go, not go. The other Jew goes says, what happened? He said, I lost my wallet. He said, you lost your wallet? He said, I got you. Big Moroccan guy, almost like Ben Amu, stands up, looks at the Muslim. He said, get up. He said, who are you? He said, get up. No. He said, no doubt. Got a gun from back of his pocket. He said, get up. The Muslim guy got scared. He got up. Soldat Bori. Oh, yes. Now they have a different kind of Hebrew, so you can tell who's Muslim or not. He gets up. He sees the wallet. It was under his lap where he was sitting. He said, what's that wallet doing there? He said, I don't know. Yeah, it got lost there, I guess. He said, a bullet is about to get lost too. Where did you get the wallet from? He said, it's the rabbi. The rabbi took the wallet. Now he didn't know what to do. The Israeli guy said, don't worry, I'll take care of it. You have a good day. And the guy is leaving, he's thinking, he said, wow. Midah keneged midah. I wasted yesterday hours to get this old lady's wallet. Little did I know I was going to lose my own wallet. Hashem made it that this guy should be there and get my wallet for me. Now that is midah keneged midah. I want to finish with something very small. The Ari says we have all the books on top. Thank you for the person that sponsored it. Now these books are the teachings of Eliyahu Navi himself. And he writes, for every sin that you think you did, that you think you have no hope for, you can fix it. The worst sin in the world that you think you did can be fixed. On one condition, that you're going to be sincere about it. You have to be sincere about it. 2 years ago, I did Tikkun Goya. I never slept with a Goya in my life. But I said, I don't know who I was the last reincarnation. Maybe I was some bad guy. I took it upon myself to fast, to read the Tehillim, and to do certain different processes, because maybe I did this sin once upon a time that I don't know about. All of us have that responsibility. Have a good night. If anyone has any questions, you can ask now. Go.
The whole thing about something you've done in another lifetime.
Sure.
That just kind of got me off guard for a second, because somebody that's starting to become more religious now, for them to, well, I guess it's like after a certain time, then you start thinking about what you've done in another lifetime. But like, why do you have to worry about what you did?
Okay, I'm going to answer your question. Is there a certain food that you don't like? Just asking. It's okay if you don't have any.
Beats.
Beets. Do you know why you don't like beets? No. You don't know why. You just don't like it. Do you know why you have certain scars on you? Certain birthmarks? How about if I tell you everything that you have now, you once upon a time had? Shh, just listen. Don't now fly in the air. Don't fly. We're on Earth. We're on planet Earth, not planet flying. This is the reality I'm telling you right now. The things we did in our previous life is what affects us today. Now, I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not. But I'm telling you a reality that most people are not going to tell you. We have a certain mission. We have a job. We need to fix it. Now, you asked a good question. Do I now have to start worrying about what I did before? I have so much garbage that I already did now. What am I now going to worry about before? So I'm going to tell you something sweet. When you fix what you do now, you automatically fix what you did before. Because the only reason why you're living right now is to fix what you didn't fix before. You and I have a job. We have to build a bridge. We have to build a bridge. We didn't finish building the bridge. We have to come back to fix it. That's why we're here. I can't do your job. I can never do your job. Never, ever will I be able to do what you do. And never, ever will you be able to do what I do. That's why you are you and I'm I. If not, you would not be here. God doesn't need two of the same. Two of the same He doesn't need. There are no two raindrops the same, two snowflakes the same, two leaves the same. Why? Because every single thing has a job. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. I have a follow-up now.
Sure, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, listen, I always say there are two exits, the window and the door. They can pick which one they want to get out from.
If you have, you had an issue for a long time, 5, 6, 7 years. You don't see a way of solving that issue, right? Now, you don't think you can solve it. So you try approaching some people, some rabbis, and a lot of rabbis don't know how to help you with that either. So things like that seem like it's impossible, which, like you said, could have been something that you've been placed in another lifetime. You had that issue, you couldn't complete it, and now you're struggling with the same thing now. How do you find the exit? I mean, how do you find...
So I'm assuming it's a very personal thing to you.
Right.
I don't want to get into it in the public, but I will tell you as follows. You have to find a rabbi that you really personally feel connected to. And he has to guide you. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to say it. There are a lot of fakers out there. They are looking for publicity. They are looking to be known in the world. Everyone has this desire, including me, myself, and I. I'm not going to lie. But at the same time, there are people that know their stuff and people that don't know their stuff. People that are good storytellers. There are many of them that are storytellers, and people that actually learned. Learn. They actually could open a Gemara, open up a Shulchan Aruch, and they know stuff because they learned. You have to find one of those. One of those that you can honestly say, listen, Habibi, I need help. I also need it. I went through it. I had a certain stage in my life, I was deeply depressed to an extent of my Rebbe used to tell me that I'm on the verge of suicide. I never felt it. But that's what they said I had. And they helped me. They helped me with certain things. There is no test in this world that anyone here has that you can't overcome. Even though for you it looks normal, it's a test. You are built physically, you are built and mentally to go over this test. To conquer it. It's not easy. I'm not here to say there's a quick trick. Anything that's fast always breaks fast. Reality. What comes easy goes easy. Those fairy tale Hollywood movies, they're a reason why they're movies. Because they're fake. There is no, you see the girl, oh, she's beautiful. The next 2 weeks they're married. Doesn't go this way. And the next 2 weeks they get divorced. Why? Because it's BS. It's crap. There is no quick fix. There is something that takes time. It takes a lot of time. A lot of working on themselves. A lot. We're in this world to work on our midot, to fix our characteristics. That's why we're on this earth. We're not here to learn all the Torah. We're not here to be the biggest scholars. We're not here for that. That helps us in our mission to work on our midot, to fix our characteristics. If you're a man of anger, to fix anger. If you're a guy that always gives, you don't know, you have pockets, how your pockets have holes, your tikkun is to fix that problem. There is good and bad of everything. Any other questions? Oh wait.
That's all.
That's it. Anyone else? Don't be shy. I'm not Freddy Krueger and I'm not a caveman. Go ahead.
Somebody wants to fix, where do they start?
Good question. The answer, the same answer. You gotta find someone that you can speak to and talk to. That's the only way. There's no other way. Unfortunately, you need an intermediate. You need someone that's gonna guide you. Everyone has it. Rabbi Vadia also had it. Let me tell you that. Every single big Gadol Ador had someone that used to ask their questions, even though they knew the answer. The Torah says to find someone that's going to guide you. You have to listen to the Rabbanim. You have to listen to the rabbis. Of course, the ones that don't do self-interest, look for the self-respect. That's why we're here today, to become better people. I also go to Shiurei Torah. Do you know that? I also go to Shiurim. Yeah, because everyone needs help. Doesn't make a difference who you are. Any other questions? No? We all done here? How about you girls? No? Sure? It's not early. I mean, it's not, you're right, it's still early. But if you have something to ask, you can ask.
Can I go weiter?
Can I go weiter? Okay, we'll go weiter. Whoever wants to leave can leave. Including you, cameraman. If you want to go, I'm sorry for holding you up. You're 100% able to leave. Record it. Keep on recording. Yeah, don't worry. This is no. Baruch Hashem. My wife knows. Tuesdays, I'm free to go. Okay. Yaakov Avinu sees Rachel. What does the pasuk say on the spot? What happens? He kisses her. Yaakov Avinu? What? Where is your modesty? Oh, Rabbi, I can kiss girls. I don't need to be prude when I get married. Why? Yaakov Avinu kissed. He kissed her before he got married, Rabbi. Yeah, that's what happened. The Torah says it. The Torah says he kissed Rachel Imenu before he got married. Shh. Told me to continue. Let me speak. But I want to explain something to you. You think Yaakov Avinu was an idiot? Think he had nothing better to do in his life? To an extent, you should know something. The goyim that saw him kiss her wanted to kill him. Did you know that? The people around. Oh, you have a question?
You can kiss on the lips, you kiss on the shoulder.
It doesn't make a difference. The Rambam says, if you see your sister in the shuk, you shouldn't say hi to her. Oh, primitive! The Rambam says it in the marketplace. Because God forbid someone's going to think
That's your girl, guys.
they're doing shtiyot. Your mother, you're allowed. You see, even we don't hold like this. This is not. It's not. I shouldn't say we don't hold, but that's not what we're not noheg now like that. We don't do stuff like that. Most people know that your sister. Most people know this is your thing. Your aunt, Can you touch your aunt? I'm sorry, I don't like to bring up this topic because everyone has this as a very cold topic, especially in our culture. We have to kiss everyone in the cheeks and the lips. Muchi, achoch. It's like it became a sickness. I don't understand it. I have the same problem. I go to a party, sometimes my aunts want to jump on me, like, yo, what's wrong with you? Like, I have a beard, don't touch me. One time I told my aunt, I didn't wash my beard for 2 weeks. She's like, it's okay, I love you. I'm like, get away from me, get away from me.
Till today,
They still come, I run away.
but they give it to you.
No, I run away. I learned how to run away. I learned the trick. Hi, how are you? And then they go to my wife, he's antisocial, da. And then my mom always says, if she's with my wife, Anna Rivnuit, she's very jealous, Even to her aunt, she doesn't let no one kiss her husband. It's not a joke, but it's whatever the case is. But it became, everyone goes through these Bukharian things people don't understand. The problem is, unfortunately, I'm going to say it's a problem. Our youth grow up with Ashkenazim. They grow up with Syrians. I'm not saying anything wrong with them. They don't understand our issue. They don't understand our stupid mentality that we have because they were never there. Then you get some young Bukhari guy that's speaking about it, and everyone goes against him. Hello? 99.9% of the community goes through this issue. They go through it. To a point that these shepherds wanted to kill Yaakov Avinu. Touching a girl? Who gave you the permission? Who allowed you? Okay? There are answers to it. Many answers. She was young, on the shoulder. He was getting engaged to her, some say. There's many. You can bring Pshetlach from today till tomorrow. He kissed her. That's it. He kissed her. That's it. You can't fight against reality. 5 years old. Why on the shoulder? I don't know. You should ask him. My team is going to come. We're going to ask Yaakov a lot of questions. Now focus. I'm telling you where I'm getting, why I'm talking about this topic. Now, Yaakov Avinu goes. Who does he go to greet? Lavan Harami, his uncle. Hi Yoshi, you see uncle. Jonathan, he gives you a kiss. Achoch, Muchi. What does Lavan do? He starts to make out with Yaakov Avinu. Make out, not aunt. He starts to, say it nicely, he French kissed his nephew. Yeah. The Yalkut Mamloes says, say, being homo is a very old thing. Focus. He started to make out with his nephew. No, yes, I know, but we're going to get into it. Shh. Most great leaders were Nebuchadnezzar, Napoleon. Who else? Big one. I forgot his name right now. Alexander the Great. That's what I want to say. He was homosexual.
What?
It wasn't.
Every girl's by.
He
had every girl by his fingertips.
That's not the point. It's a desire. It's a tava.
To have a relationship with men is a
you and I think it's disgusting. Yes, but there are people that think that it's not disgusting.
Yes.
I want to explain something. Since you brought up the topic, I'm going to explain something to you. People think if you see a gay person, you have to stone him.
Stone him by how?
Stone him, you have to kill him, you have to terrorize him. What I'm about to say right now is very risky, but I'm still going to say it. It's very disgusting. Everyone can agree. Is it a tava? Is it a desire that he has? 100%. Is it something he has to work on? 100%. Am I allowed to judge him for being gay? 100% not. Am I allowed to hate him? 100% not. Am I allowed to hate his action? 100% yes.
Why?
You have to hate his deed. His action, you have to hate it. It has to be disgusting to you. But him, Him! You can't hate him. You can't hate him. He has a test. I'm not gonna get into that topic. Shh. I'm not gonna get into the topic if a man is born like that or not, because scientifically they say no. But I was one time discussing with my brother about. If you guys are not interested about the topic, I'm sorry, but shh. I was one time discussing with my brother. My brother's a massive Talmid Chacham. I was one time we were in the sukkah. I think we were discussing this topic. You seeing is it a psychological issue, or is it a genetic? Is it? We came to not really we, but he came to a conclusion. Where's Yoshua? He's here?
He's outside.
Call him in. I want him to hear this.
Gotcha.
I want you to listen to this. You heard the question?
No.
Is being
Fag.
don't say that word. Is being a homosexual a thing that you grow into, or a thing that you were born with? And the answer is they're both correct. They're both correct. But how about someone that actually came? Listen, since day one, I like men. You and I don't understand this. Don't make faces. It's a very big issue. And my brother told me something unbelievably smart. You have something to say?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
My brother's rabbi knows a guy that's gay that had children and a wife just for the mitzvah. How can you?
Okay, we'll talk about that later. I also know stuff like that. We came to a conclusion. Now listen to this. This is what I was trying to connect to you earlier. There are certain sins that we do in our lifetime. The only way to fix those sins is by being born gay and to fight now against it.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm gonna repeat.
The only way to fight the sin is to be born here and to fight.
This is our conclusion. It's not sourced anywhere. Not a chidush, but it's something that we came up with this thought. We're allowed. We're entitled to to bring this up. Mm-hmm. We're not any different than sins that we do in our lifetime, our previous lifetime, affect the reality of our today. Our yesterday's action affect our today's decision. Let's take it to a deeper now, very deep. Our last reincarnation action sometimes define and unfortunately give us tests for our today, for our now living. So a guy says, listen, I was gay. Or I am. Know that last reincarnation he had to do something bad in order for him to have that desire now. Maharaj, to this, what I'm about to tell you is about to freak you out. I learned psychology, and I took it to another extent. I went to private classes to learn about this specific issue. Teens at risk, Ashkenaz world, Sephardi world, how are they different? And we came to, there's one conclusion. A child that gets introduced to immodest things in an extremely young age, but not through watching, through actual physical things, that means before he reaches his teen years, he will get affected with this issue.
Modest in what sense?
If a kid gets molested in a very young age, he's more likely to become a homosexual. Why? Because he was introduced to it in that fashion. I'm sorry for telling you this, but this is a reality. This is science talking. This is not already. I took all the spiritual, I threw it out for a second. It also goes likewise for women. Likewise for women. It's not any different. So you can ask me, how can I defeat this issue? It's a very big issue. The only way to defeat it is by every day fighting it. The test is an everlasting test. I have a personal friend that confronted me and told me, Usher, I have a desire for men. And I got freaked out. I know this guy. I grew up with him. He has kids. He has a wife. He told me, Usher, I have this issue. What would you do? Yo, my nigga, get away from me. Yo, stand back. Did you wash yourself before you touch me? Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be funny, yo. But the guy is coming to you and said, listen, I have an issue. I know it's an issue. I know for sure it's a problem. But I have this problem. The only thing that will help him, besides therapy and besides fighting, working on himself, is knowing that he came down to this world to defeat this issue. There is a test of homosexuality. Hashem brought it down, especially in this generation, more than in any other generation. In this generation, I heard last week, 4 guys, I know these guys, young guys, your age, younger, coming out of the closet. Yeah. Shut up. You're going to come and say, oh, this is not normal. This is a reality. Dor HaMabul, the generation of the flood, so bad, I think this generation is already worse than that. To tell me, someone told me in every public school, right next to the American flag, they put also the whatever he said, the pride flag. Is that true? They started to put it in every public school, both flags together. What happens? A kid hits this reality. He says, "Oh, we're in acceptance mode, so it's okay. It's no problem." And all the big movies now, I don't know if you realize, everything, men with men. If not the actual movie, in the background you see 2 guys walking. It's not funny. It's psychologically hitting you don't understand. Psychologically they're hitting the people. New classes in every school. This stuff is an issue. And this is something we have to defeat. These people need help. Not help because
They say there's a gender or something class in public school.
Transgender bathroom.
Gender neutrality.
now I want to tell you. A man that messes around with a goya comes back as a dog. I don't want to say this. I'm saying it because it's written in the books. A man that messes around with a goya comes back as a dog, as a kshuk, kelev.
Why as a dog?
One day on Shabbat, when there's no camera, I'll open up
Turn it off.
the Shar Gilgulim, and we'll actually learn it. We'll learn it. I'll bring Rav Yehuda Patai's book. We'll learn it.
Well, what kind of mess around? Like this kind of mess around or that kind of mess around?
Both.
Alright, this mess around, you'll be a plant, and you'll just get chopped off.
Shh.
There's a bunch of different things.
You mess around with a goya. Remember, you're coming back as a dog, kelev, off. You mess around with a Jew. You're messing around with 3 things now. Nida, Zona, and Pnuya. Single girl. Don't think because she's single you can do whatever you want. Don't think, oh, Rabbi, I don't want to even say these ideas, but whatever the case is, you're doing isur every time you sleep with a Jewish girl. Don't think you have it easy. You're going to come back. As what? I forgot right now.
As a Jewish prostitute?
He's not saying anything stupid. We heard this in the class.
I want you to understand another thing. Shah, focus. Until now, everything was zipped. It was delicious. Focus. I wanna say one more thing. A man that, God forbid, molests a child will come back gay. Some men do it just for the tease, just for the drama.
What happens to the girl then?
I'm not gonna get into it. Nebuchadnezzar says in the Yalkut Mamloes, every night he used to have a different general sleep with him. Was he gay or not? The answer is no. He used to do it because he used to feel an authority. There are men that are sick, that are disgusting, and if I would have the opportunity, I would do a fully brit on these people. Full, strong I would do, without any issue. Because they're sick, they destroy our boys and girls.
What happened if you have a son, God forbid, in this situation? How do you...
Please, don't ask me this question. Don't ask me this question.
With work, the person fully eradicated.
Okay. So the answer,
Because it's an attraction, I guess. It's hard. How do you like suppress? Like me myself suppress.
okay, so I'll tell you. I can tell you how to avoid this issue to as much as possible. Whatever you bring into your house, whatever you bring into your house becomes an acceptance. I want you to know this forever. If you talk to your wife, auntie, I don't want to say, but you, takaya, apupa, papa, all this stuff. No, tomorrow your son is going to think that's an acceptance. If you bring in all this crap into your own personal surrounding, your circle, no, your kids will be affected. If tomorrow you come home with a nice mohawk, with a nice, Rabbi, I want to get a tattoo. Rabbi, it's going to look beautiful. Nice over here, wings over here coming out. Nice. How one time, I want to have a snake, the head of the snake over here, the tail over here, like it's going to be like 3D. Like you can show like a rattlesnake. Tomorrow your son's going to come, he'll say, yo, Pops, you got a snake? Oh, I was Chazer b'tshuvah, I repent. Repent? Me too. I'll repent in your age. You bringing in acceptance. That's why, unfortunately, no one speaks out about it in our community. In the Gdolei Ashkenazim, and even in Israel, the Gdolei Sfarim are very against smartphones. Did you ever wonder why? You're so primitive. You're so stupid, you rabbis. No. They're saving your kids. They're saving our kids are going to get saved. You want your kid to come out a crackhead? Seriously, I want to know.
No.
Imagine your kid coming, he's saying, listen, Pop, let's smoke together. Listen, I got a nice joint. I know you did it before. I'm not saying you, I'm saying, yeah, listen, I know you did it before. Father and son time, just me and you. We'll have a nice whiskey, ice. We'll sip on it and we'll... Big puffs that it goes down, like one of those. What are you gonna say?
I do more weed than my friends, than your friends.
What are you gonna?
I hope not the best ones are the parents. They use them. I don't need that as a son to use me. I need them to be like a healthy foundation. But nowadays, listen, after compliance, when the kids are best friends, the son lahui de opahan. It's so embarrassing. Now,
You didn't answer my question.
he'll use.
I'm explaining to you. If you bring these stuff into your house, it becomes an acceptance, and it gets worse and worse every single generation. Today, you keep Torah 50-50. You keep Torah 50-50. I promise you, your son will keep it 20%, and his son won't keep it at all.
Depends
Depends on you. You right now. If you're not gonna say no, I'm keeping it 100%.
The foundation, that's it.
I'm keeping it 100%. Your kids will keep it 100%.
Who's to say if I keep it 50-50, they'll keep it
Because
100, they won't keep it 50.
automatically, when you make one acceptance, they'll make two acceptance. When you make zero acceptance, they cannot make one acceptance.
And what about cases with rabbis where the kids grow up not
Ooh, you asked a question right now that's gonna take me so much to answer. But this has to be off camera.
Is this camera still on?
Yes.
So let's
I know, what?
Shh.
Baby daddy.
Have a good night.
You answer my question?
Okay,